There's a guy I met once who told me a story he said I needed to share with the world. Well, I don't know about the world, but I'm going to share it with you anywho. It all starts in Prussia, in Eastern Europe, and goes all the way to Southern California. Now, that's a long trip. I suggest you bring along some water. That same guy also told me that H2O can cure most ills, and I believe he was right. The story is about Herman Silver. Herman only spoke Hebrew, which is what they spoke in Prussia. He dreamed of a better life as he took a ship to America. Like me, Herman loved water. That got him the gig as chairman of the Los Angeles Water Commission. I know this is getting a bit weird, but go with it. You see, Silver figured that in order for Los Angeles to grow, it would need more reservoirs. The first one he built was in Ivanhoe, a neighborhood northeast of downtown with some really cool homes and parks. The people of Ivanhoe would never go thirsty. By the 90s, Silver Lake had tipped the city of Los Angeles on its side with people who were up for something new, a new scene. That's just the beginning of what's in the water in Silver Lake. I've lived it, and it's definitely a wild time.
I wanna follow the Sunset Boulevard. Find me at the bar where all the new vagabonds meet.
I was never really paying attention to a neighborhood called Silver Lake. I just happened to live in Silver Lake.
We are in the parking lot in the club formerly known as Spaceland. The booker was a genius. He had his finger on the pulse. I think he could tell the future.
It was like Cheers, where everybody could come and you would know people here. And he actually gave out cards to artists. You can come in anytime you want. So it became a place where just people hung out. They knew they would see friends.
So the Echo's upstairs, it's a smaller venue, and the Echoplex is downstairs. You can just go from inside down the stairs. That's the easiest way. But since the Echoplex is on Glendale Boulevard and then the Echo's on Sunset, Glendale goes under Sunset, so you have to walk across the street and go down what's known as the piss stairs, because it always smells like piss.
The famous piss stairs, piss steps, what do you want to call it? This is where we'd come to our business, whether it's biological or head changing in between shows. You kind of had to do it quickly though, because at night a new batch of pee would always be here, and you'd have to kind of do this quickly so you didn't breathe it all in. But it smells the same whether it's 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon apparently, so it hasn't changed one bit in 20 years, so looks like it's still serving its function as the outdoor toilet to the rock stars and fans alike. But many a time spent here, many marks, many territorial pissings, as they say, and glad it's still here actually. Hasn't cleaned up. One of the few things that's still the same.
And this room in the 1980s was a sea of men.
And see, at that time, right, for gay people, especially gay men, all we had to be able to connect with each other was bars, nightclubs, and a place like Casita del Campo.
Here's to another 62 years.
Okay.
Viva la vida.
We are at the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Hyperion Avenue in Silver Lake. And this is the dedication to the historical significance of what happened here at the Black Cat in 1967. The raid on the Black Cat, where undercover police officers raided the bar on New Year's Eve, and 6 men were charged with lewd conduct for kissing each other. I mean, it would be really cool if there was a Hollywood tour bus for queer rights in LA and in Silver Lake.
You were never a wallflower. Everyone was so accommodating. Everyone was doing the same thing together. We were all uplifting each other. So if you walked into a room and you didn't know someone, that just didn't happen.
We're gonna head up to the reservoir. This area up in here is kind of where all the debauchery, as you say, went down all of these houses in the hills. You know, Los Angeles has a very a reputation for not being the friendliest city, but the reality is that it's all about getting to house parties is where everybody kind of welcomes you. You know, on the street, people might be slightly standoffish, but once you're in somebody's house, it's like, all right. Driving a car like this is not a rational thing.
Doesn't matter how you get here, baby. Just get here and see.